guys, it's Caitlin here. I am making some sandalwood soap today, and I need to add my sodium lactate to my oils, and I am also adding my kaolin clay to my oils, and I'm adding my fragrance to my oils. Also, to my oils, I am adding titanium dioxide, okay, now I'm going to mix all that in. And make sure it's all well incorporated and there's no chunks of anything in there. If you hear a lot of noise in the background, that's my children. If you hear any crying, he's fine. Patrick, get away from your brother. Jameson does not like Patrick sometimes, but you know, they're brothers. So this looks like a nice creamy color. The Indian sandalwood that I'm using is from Nature's Garden, and it has a little bit of vanillin in it. And last time I used it, it morphed the colors, but I'm not using colors today. Okay, so that is all well incorporated, and I'm going to add in my lye solution, which is actually pretty warm. I just mixed it up, put it outside, let it sit on my back deck for a little bit, and went out and grabbed it. I don't usually take temperatures, and some soapers are adamant about different temperatures, and I'm not. I've never had an issue. I've only ever had one batch of soap split on me, and I've never had the volcano. I make sure that I'm able to touch my lye solution on the outside without burning my hand, and I can keep it on there for about 10 seconds without it getting too hot, and that's how I know it's cooled down enough for me. Now this I want to stick blend until it is a very heavy trace. And it's almost there. It's almost to the trace I want. I'm going to add a little bit more titanium dioxide because this is going to darken up some. And I want to try to combat that darkening. Okay, this is a nice thick trace. Patrick, calm down, buddy. Okay. So I'm going to do it halfway. Actually, let me turn it this way for you guys. That way it's easier for me to do. So I'm going to fill it about halfway. I'm going to clean this up. And I'm going to wipe down the sides of my bowl. Do a little mixy mix, make sure that it's staying. Oh my goodness gracious. Make sure it's staying fluid enough to work with. There we go. Nope, it doesn't want to do it quite yet. So, in the middle of this soap, let me turn it for you. There we go. In the middle of this soap, I'm going to be adding these chunks of brown soap with activated charcoal and dark brown colorant on them. And I want to have it look almost like it came out of the ocean. I'm going to add a little bit more soap to the tops of them, and then I'll bang it down a little bit. Make sure everything is all encapsulated in soap. This is quite a messy process, so don't mind me. I'm going to give it a little shimmy shimmy. A tap down on the table, which I know shakes my camera, and I'm sorry. And then I'm going to add just a couple more of these just to use up the rest. So when you cut into it, you'll see the dark brown, you'll see like a medium brown chunk with a dark brown outline around it, and then the rest of the soap will be white. And I'm going to clean this up before it goes too far. There we go. And this one's still giving me a hard time. That's okay. I've seen this done before. This kind of nature looking stone embed, and I think it's gorgeous. I've seen it at my local soap shop that makes handmade soaps, Body Goodies it's called, and you could order online from her. And I've also seen it, I don't want to say it wrong, Primitive Soaps or Premier, I don't remember. But anyways, she's from the England area, and she makes a soap with little embeds in it, and I think it is just gorgeous. I love a good embed. Now let me wipe down these sides here and make sure that this is, because this is about how tall my bars are, and because I used other soap, I didn't discount my soap because I figured it's not worth all that work to rebatch it. Alright, so that's going to be my soap, and a lot of air bubbles did pop up, so I'm glad I did that. cleaning it up. And I'm debating on doing anything to the top other than a slight texture. I think I might just do a delicate texture on top. But in my bowl over here, I have some extra sandalwood batter. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it into a little mold and make a couple smaller bars, even if it's just for my use at home. So let me pause you and then I'll bring you back to texture the top. If I can. Okay, so let me get you all kind of straight, and I'm just going to just kind of dab the top with this spoon. And if you're wondering where I got this spoon from, this spoon is from well, I don't know where it's from. I think it's from Walmart, but it's an ice cream spoon. They're like disposable ice cream spoons, but it's the Diamond brand, like the same brand that you can get like paper plates, other silverware, toothpicks. I kind of want this to be a little bit more swirly, so I'm going to do more than a dab. I'm going to shimmy it. Shimmy, shimmy. And I will bring you guys down for a close-up. Let me take off my gloves. That way I could handle everything. Okay. So this is the top of my soap. Hopefully it stays more on the white side. I don't want it to get too tan. I want it to stay pretty stark. So this is it for the top. Whoops, I'm covering up the camera with my hand. Let me turn it so you can get a better view without me being in the light. A nice creamy swirly top. And that is it. I will bring you back for the cut, and I will see you in a second. Hello guys, I am cutting sandalwood soap today. I'm going to cut a little bit off of the end. That looks like eyes. Oh my goodness gracious. That is funny. I love the smell of this fragrance. we go. There's one with a few in it. That's what I was hoping all of them kind of looked like. What's cool is as you use this, it will expose more of the other soap chunks. There's a little bit of a drag from the mica, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and cut my samples long ways. That way they get a little bit of the darker color in there. Alright, let me clean up a bar and I will show you the end result.